Hi guys, it's your boy Gadgetman404 here, and today's video, if you're not aware, is just an update to the postponing of the UK drone registration. I believe the policy should have started on the 1st of October, that's when it should have gone live, but other people have checked and I've checked, and you go to the CAA's website and DroneSafe's website.org and all that, and it's actually not active at present. Now that doesn't mean it's not going to be active, it's just not active as we speak. Now one of the reasons for this is I think a lot of the modelling associations are in contact with the CAA and the British Transport Minister Department to try and get the price down. Now the reason why that is happening is their members pay X amount of money each year, and that covers them with insurances and if they have accidents and all that kind of thing. And I think that the BMA, one of the main bodies, they're a bit sort of upset that their members are being charged this drone tax, basically is what it is. Now, for me and for most of you guys, I'm just an enthusiast, I'm just a hobbyist. But because my drone is over 250 grams, I have to register my drone. Now, iCopter brought up a thing a few videos ago, like a few days ago, perhaps last week sometime. So, link to the description, or in the description, go back to his website, and his friends are starting to say that they're not going to register because they're just not going to fly this year. So, the drone registration policy is if you fly a drone over 250 grams, you have to register your drone. But if you don't fly your drones, does that mean you don't have to register? Or do you have to register even if you're not going to fly? Because the whole point of registering is if you fly somewhere where you shouldn't and they find your number and then it brings up your address, and the police are going to come knocking on your door and going to say, why was you flying over that secret army base, or why was you flying over built up areas, etc, etc. So not only is it's sort of like I don't know about a money making exercise, it's supposed to be education is the main reason why they're doing it, or supposed to be educating the general public, educating people to fly in safe areas, be responsible, etc, etc. Now part of my point on this was last year when I made this, and I had over 1,000 views in less than a week. Just because people register, does that mean that people aren't still going to be responsible and still going to do daft things? Just because they are or they're not registered. The people that are doing these daft things now are just not going to register. It isn't law. It isn't, you own a drone, you have to do this. This is a law that we would like you to register your drone. But if you don't register your drone and your drone goes missing and it's got no number on it, then you've lost £200, £300 worth of gear, but you're not going to get a £1,000 to £5,000 fine. So losing a £500 drone is, yeah, £500, but you're not getting fined and having a criminal record and having a fine from anything from 1,000 to whatever. If you fly near airports, I think the fund is unlimited. They could charge you 20 grand or 30 grand or whatever. But if you don't register your drone, you're not going to have a number on the drone, they aren't going to be able to track you down. So the registration is, they're trying to get a rough idea of how many people own a drone in the UK. And if they get 100,000 people register and they're charging £16.50 a year, that is a lot of money they're making. And is this registration thing, do we have to pay this drone tax every year? Is it £16.50 every year, or will it last for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years? You know, if the government do this and they realise that they're going to make a lot of money, then they're going to probably make it yearly. But a lot of these organisations are now in talks with the government and the CAA to try and get the price down from £16.50 to whatever. So when you go onto the dronesafe.org or .gov website, you will see that it doesn't tell you how much it's going to be, because they don't know, because they're still in talks with the powers that be that are going to tell them, well, this is what you're going to charge, and as from the state, that's what you're going to charge. So in a way, it's a good idea and it's a bad idea, because the rogue pilots in the world are just not going to register, okay? So they can still go flying at airports. If they lose a drone, they lose a drone. They're not going to put their phone number on it, they're not going to put an address on it, they're not going to put any details where it can be tracked. So in that respect, it's just not going to work. How can they enforce it? Is there going to be a separate organisation like the drone police, like the fashion police and the normal police, where, you know, basically someone's flying in a field, member of the public rings up this hotline number to whatever that number will be. There's a pilot, there's someone flying in a field and he's got a drone and I don't know what he's doing there, I've never seen him before. Then that number is going to be passed on to someone else, and then someone else is going to drive from wherever the nearest police station is or nearest office to where I fly from and have a word with me. Now, I wouldn't know that this person has seen me, and I might go out with 2 or 3 batteries, so that's about half an hour's worth of flying. Unless they're really close, by the time I've naturally packed up and left, they're going to get there after I've left. So there's not going to be anyone to have a talk to. So in a way, it's apples and pears. I can see where they're coming from. The education side of it is, yeah, that's a good idea. But as it's not enforceable, it's not a law, as in you own a drone, you have to register. They want you to register, but it isn't physical law. And this is where the difficulty will be. So there could be 50 or 100 or 300 pilots in the year, or you know, 30,000 people that don't fly in the winter months. I fly all year normally, but today I just couldn't be bothered to go out flying, so I'm doing this video instead. But my point is this: if it's not enforceable, etc, etc, and you know, for whatever reason you don't go flying in over the winter periods, so in theory then you don't have to register this year. It's only if you're going to use your drones do you have to register. It's not if you own a drone you have to register. It's anything over 250 grams and you're going to use it. I'm pretty sure they can't enforce a rule to say, well, you own a drone, it's over 250 grams, so you have to register. They can't enforce that. They're not going to knock on everyone's door that has a drone over 250 grams and tell them you have to register. They want us to be responsible, and they want us to be honest, and they want us to register. It'll make their job a hell of a lot easier. How else are they going to know? How are they going to track you down if you don't register? That is what a lot of it is about. It's they know who you are if you're doing something in an area excuse me, where you shouldn't be, and you shouldn't be doing it. They've got you. It's not the other way round. It's a lot like that. They know who you are, they'll have your details on file, and then if you're doing something you shouldn't have done in an area where you shouldn't be, that's when the police will come and knock on your door. So think long and hard. Watch iCopter's channel. He touches on it briefly in a video he did. I'm sure it was last week. I'm sure it's only last week I watched a video where he was saying his friends, a lot of his friends, are not going to register because they're not going to be flying over the winter. So unless you're flying, you register. If you're not going to fly, you don't need to register. And then later on next year, then when it starts warming up, then they can register. Is the gist of what I made from his video. They're going to wait until next year, and then they're going to register next year. But have your say, guys. I would say leave a comment, but you're not going to, because you don't, basically. I get a handful of comments on all my videos. 300 views on one video and I might get 4 or 5 comments, but hey. So don't leave me any comments. I'm not interested. Don't leave me comments because you're not going to. But just think about what would you do and what do you want to do. I would say leave a comment about it, but I know you're not going to, so there's no point. So just think, what are you going to do and why are you going to do it? And then you make the decision of if you're going to register or not, and then that's up to you. But that's it really, just to let you know that it isn't active yet. The site is probably on the being built, so they've not finished it off yet. Now, these companies that put in quotes to run this program surely should be getting fined by the government. When a builder contractor says they're going to build a bridge or a shopping mall by 2020, and if they don't build it on time, every day that they run behind, they get a fine. And this is what should happen to this company that have said they're going to run this thing, because it should have been active like 2 days ago, but as yet it's still not active. And the registration is you have to be registered and do an online competence test by the end of November, i.e. November the 31st. So that is when you have to have been registered and be deemed to be competent. You know what to do in certain circumstances, and that's it. So that's the video. Short one. As I say, make of it what you will. You come to your own conclusion. You do what you think you're going to do what's best for you. I'm not telling you don't register. I'm not telling you do register. I'm just saying think about what you want to do. If you're not going to use your drone, do you really need to register? And maybe get in touch with the CAA and say, I don't fly for 6 months of the year, so do I still need to register? Ask someone higher up. I'm not talking to those people, but that is an idea that someone else has put in one of their videos. So I'm just sharing that idea, if you don't already know this channel, iCopter, with you guys. So, I've been Hacked.Brexit.Hubsan. You guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers guys, don't forget, subscribe, hit that notification bell down there or wherever it is, click all, and then any video that I upload you will be notified of. Share, like, comment on my content, and I would love to get up to 1,000 subscribers, so please guys, get me to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, and don't forget, fly safe. The day that we do something stupid will impact on everybody, and that is why we're even talking about this now, because of the odd handful of people that have done stupid things, i.e. Gatwick, Heathrow, etc, etc. In my mind, that is why we're even having to do what we're having to do, because of a handful of people, just a handful of people have ruined it for everyone, and that isn't fair, but that is life. So I'll say bye for now, catch you in the next one. Cheers guys, take care and fly safe. Fly safe everyone. Bye for now, catch you next week. Bye, bye, bye.